Breaking news, my wonderful people, it is happening. You cannot begin to imagine the things that are going on right now. It is completely irresponsible. PDP knocks Adamu over eternally borrowing statement he made concerning Buhari. Yesterday, we brought you up to speed that APC chairman Abdurrahim Adamu says Nigerians should mind their business, that Buhari will continue to borrow and can borrow eternally, and that Nigerians will be responsible for it. And he can do whatever he chooses to do with the money. Says Nigerians must be, cannot say anything. They have no choice but to, to deal with it. That, they don't have a choice at this point in time. Well, my dear, wonderful people, PDP has come on him saying, you can't say that. Buhari is putting the country in a position of jeopardy, and you're saying he can borrow eternally. Can you see, Nigerians, that we cannot afford to continue the way we are? If we do that, if you like, go and vote another Buhari. Don't worry, those of you who are voting Buhari through the back door, we will all live with it too. You see, when the roads are bad, everybody is living with it, yes? You see, the roads are bad, every single person is suffering it. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. It is completely irresponsible. PDP knocks Adamu over eternity borrowing statement that Buhari will continue to borrow. The People Democratic Party PDP spokesman Debo has knocked the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Abdurrahim Adamu, for saying the federal government can borrow till eternity. Reports that Adamu, during an interview on Trust Television on Monday, justified the Buhari-led administration recurrent need to borrow has caused Nigerians to continue to shout. He notes that the federal government can borrow from now till eternity because loans are the source of countries' infrastructure. Adamu argued that countries like the UK, the US can borrow funds from the international financial institution to meet their needs, and Nigeria is no exception. The PDP spokesman faulted Adamu's statement, stressing that the statement was completely irresponsible, alleging that APC is borrowing to steal. It's not borrowing to do any infrastructure, but they are borrowing and they are stealing, unlike PDP, who borrowed and invested. PDP chairman insists that borrowing is part of life. APC chairman insists that borrowing is part of life and that the loans will continue whether Nigerians like it or not. And the misappropriation of loans taken by the government is Nigerians' perspective, but that is not entirely and completely true. According to Olugbega, the APC chairman is the most corrupt government in the history of the country and should be ashamed for putting Nigeria into the debt roll. The APC chairman is currently a man who is being investigated by EFCC, yet he's the one Buhari saw to become APC chairman. He said Nigerians know when they were free of debt. They know when the nation paid off its debt, and they knew the government that was borrowing responsibly and investing in people, in the goods. But when you borrow and you convert it to personal use, their own is to borrow and steal. That is what APC is currently doing right now. The transformation in the airport was the project of PDP. We opened up the economy. The privatization scheme opened up the economy, and Nigeria was almost the #1 destination point for investors. Today, it's a different ballgame with insecurity ravaging the country. So, my wonderful people, you can see for yourself that those that surround Buhari, they are people like him. In case you are not aware, the APC chairman, when he was the governor of his state, he was being investigated. Up till now, Nigeria, EFCC, it's called selective investigation. They cannot touch some people. For instance, when Olusegun Obasanjo was the president, the US, this is his words, not mine, reported speech I'm giving you, sent a message to the president, Olusegun Obasanjo, that his vice should be investigated. Olusegun Obasanjo said he look up, he look ground, said they will now investigate his vice president, so he put it on a hold. Up until today, as we speak, EFCC has not opened that book. What about Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu? And these were now presidential candidates. They want to become Nigerian's president. And you wonder when they tell us that we are fantastically corrupt. You wonder why the world look at us and they see us as corrupt people. You wonder. We have a corrupt government. This is what Adamu said. He said Buhari can borrow. Nigerians, whatever they want to do, they should do. Then Buhari will continue to borrow. Okay, and it's not like he's even borrowing to invest. For instance, you can see for yourself, Buhari has borrowed now. Okay, Buhari has borrowed now to put in the rails. And you know the funniest thing, even the rails were not brand new. The trains were not brand new trains. No, they were refurbished trains. Now refurbished trains are like when we say Okrika, used trains. They now paint them like new ones and sold it to us more expensive than new ones. You don't understand. This is how they rule. And you know the funniest thing, they go to church, they go to mosque, they are the imam, they are the pastors, and you are wondering, these people, they fear God at all? Abdulrahim came, and as I was speaking to you, Abdulrahim is still being investigated, the APC chairman. APC wanted to install a chairman, and 7 people bought the forms waiting for the convention or election, as it will be. They call it convention, then they will pick their flag bearer. It was that man that is most corrupt of all. As we speak, EFCC still have him on their list, but he has not been investigated because he's untouchable. EFCC still have him on their list. That is the man Buhari now told others to step aside for, that he should become the APC chairman. And everybody stepped down for. Do you know up to today, why said they should refund the people that bought the form, purchased the form, their money? He has not purchased it. That is to mention but a few. The corruption level going on in Nigeria. And you wonder why the country is not moving forward. I tell you sincerely, until we begin to dot our I's and cross our T's and get ready to vote in the right people, this cycle will continue. It is not a curse. It is our decision that we are making. It is not somebody trying to say, no, you are seeing it again. There's another Buhari on the list. You know the person's story, but you are making up your mind. In fact, you are fighting everybody saying, it's my turn. I wonder what we want to see. It's only a stupid man, okay? A man that is daft, only a madman will continue something the same way over and over and over again. And yet he's expecting a different result. I wonder what he's really expecting and sincerely expecting. I wonder, I will tell you, I wonder what result he's expecting in that regard. I sincerely wonder. So leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Bye for now.